Hello, it's Stuart Strop with the EV practice at JD Power. EVC Monthly Pulse is our upper funnel EV purchase consideration report. It gives us feedback from over 2,000 U.S. new vehicle shoppers each month. April Monthly Pulse just came out, shows us that 25.5% of shoppers are very likely to consider an EV in the next 12 months. So that's down 1.4 points from March. On the face of it, does not seem like good news in terms of moving toward mass adoption of EVs, but all is not lost. A good chunk of that difference actually moved into the somewhat likely category, which went up 1 point. And we saw a similar dynamic play out on the rejector side as well, with very unlikely dropping almost 2 points and somewhat unlikely increasing over 2 points. So it seems like there's some moderation in shopper sentiment in April after those big swings we saw toward the extremes in March. A lot of shoppers kind of moving back to that big middle, being only somewhat for or against EVs versus very for or against them. Especially noteworthy on the rejector side, since very unlikely had been trending up pretty sharply over the last few months. On balance, though, if you look at shopper sentiment in terms of overall likelihood by adding together the very and the somewhat likely responses, that number has been remarkably stable over the last several months at about 61%. So it's 4 points higher than where it was in early 21, 2 points higher than where it was in early 22, but still a point or two below where it was in the middle part of last year. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that overall likelihood number comes in over the next few months and whether it gets back to a point where it's higher than prior year on a same month basis. Among EV considerers at a model level, Toyota BZ4X lost some ground, dropped over 2 points in April. It still held on to that number one spot in the industry. Ford F-150 Lightning remained number two, but actually improved a little bit, so closed the gap to BZ4X. And we're adding pre-launch models Toyota BZ5X and Honda Prologue to the mix in May. Will those models pull BZ4X down? It's going to be really interesting to see right about this time next month. Thanks. We will see you again about this time next month with those May results.